In the counting candy activity, we're going to start with just one candy and a price for that candy and try and figure out how much each candy costs. So if I have 4 candies that cost a total of 20 cents, you might be able to sort of guess how much each candy costs, but how are we going to do this with a picture? So I could start by taking my 20 cents, and I could use pennies if I wanted. And I could take my 20 pennies and I could hand them out one by one to each of the 4 candies until I run out of pennies. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. So I've handed out 5 pennies to each candy, so each candy costs 5 cents. But if you want to do this a little bit faster, you don't have to hand them out individually. What you can do is take your 20 pennies and divide it into 4 groups, since there are 4 candies. So 20 cents divided by 4 gives us 5 cents each. Or if I want to do it with nickels, each of these candies would end up with 1 nickel. If you divided up the nickels between the candies, or take the 20 cents and divide it by 4, each one would get 5 cents, which is a nickel each. If you now have 2 candies, so in this question you have 10 Smarties and 5 chocolate chips cost a total of $1.60. So that's what you see in the original picture. Each chocolate chip costs 2 cents. So I have labeled my chocolate chips each with a 2 because they're each 2 cents. How much does each Smartie cost? Well, the easiest way to start is by trying to replace the chocolate chips with the amount that they cost. So 2 cents each times 5 chocolate chips gives us 10 cents. So we can actually remove the chocolate chips and simply replace it with a dime, because there are 5 chocolate chips, 2 cents each, so they would cost a dime. And then on the other side here, we have $1 in dimes, we have 50 cents in nickels, and then we have this extra dime. That dime there is the dime for the chocolate chips. So we can actually remove that from both sides, or subtract 10 cents from both sides. So we are going to actually get rid of the dime on both sides. If I take away a dime there, I also have to take away the dime over on this side as well. So now what I have is just the Smarties and the $1.50 left on the other side. So this now is $1.50. Now my next job is to divide $1.50 amongst 10 Smarties. So you might want to start handing out coins. You could do that first. So you could hand out the 10 in this row to each of these candies. So we've got 10 cents and another 10 cents. And that makes up $1, but we still have 50 cents left over. So that's going to be a nickel handed out to each candy. That will add up to my $1.50 bill. So each Smartie costs 15 cents. Pretty expensive for Smarties, I think. But hopefully that gives you the idea of how you could solve this with a picture. Eventually, what we want to be able to do is come up with an algebraic solution. So hopefully you could tell me that I have to subtract the cost of the chocolate chips from the total bill. So $1.50 minus 10 cents, or sorry, $1.60 minus 10 cents, and that gives us $1.50. And then I have to take $1.50 and I have to divide it by 10 because there were 10 candies. So each candy is 15 cents.